Hi there, yes, it's Nick Dutch, yet again. Just before I start my talk, just a bit of basic statistics on the viewership of my videos. I've been making videos now for 2 months, roughly speaking, to today. I get most viewers in the United States of America, in these states in descending order, with the most at the top and the least at the bottom. California, Texas, Florida, New York State, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Georgia, Mississippi, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Colorado, Arizona, Oregon, and Washington. So you're most likely to be in the top 5. So you're either in California, Texas, Florida, New York State, or Michigan. So big hello to everybody out there. I'm of course in England, and wishing you sort of happy election day, bit of sympathy there. It's a genuine Texas cowboy hat. Alright, anyway, on with the subject of the video, the dark side of the occult. Now, this is something which really gets to me, alright, because people always talk about the dark side of the occult. But they talk about it in a certain manner, in a certain way, through the media. I'm sure a lot of you guys have stayed up late and watched often on late night shows on Discovery or some similar channels, and there's often a story about someone who is now a born again Christian but who used to be involved with what they call the dark side of the occult, which is essentially varieties of Satan worship or demon worship of some description. This is peculiar because, the individual says that the demons or the devil gave him the power of, violence, drugs, sex, and basically being a nasty piece of work after, he'd done some time devoted or dedicated to these satanic or otherwise dark beings. No, basically. This is not the dark side of the occult. So this is the dark side of one particular individual's mind. Okay, this is one particular individual who's gone psychotic and has lost his presence of mind because he or she has chosen to introduce into his or her mind some ideas which they find a little difficult or are just a bit too exciting for them. And as a result of that, it drives them mad. It gives them certain emotions, thoughts and feelings which they can't handle, and as a result of that they get violent and hit someone, or they go and rape someone, or they go and take drugs, or they're buying pornography, or being nasty, robbing a store, doing shoplifting, stealing cars or whatever. It's because they've gone mad. And now, you can go mad in lots of different ways. It can be caused by lots of different things. It does not mean to say that there is a devil or there is a demon which is actually sort of saying, okay, I'm going to give you the power to hit somebody. Face it. Christians have the power to hit someone too. The great man Bill Hicks once said there are Christians who kill because they attack people who don't like Jesus, right? It's not a question of, they're not true Christians. Oh, they are true Christians. They believe in Jesus Christ. They go to church and all the rest. So when we're talking about the dark side of the occult, we're not talking about the dark side of the occult. We're talking about the dark side of someone's mind. Bear that in mind. Okay, take that into consideration. These programs on Discovery or whatever, which are showing this character who's now become a born-again Christian, who's now free from all this shit, is probably more likely to be someone who used to be a bit of a twisted fuck, and in more recent days has realized that that's a bit bad. They need to put another label on themselves so that they can persuade or con the rest of the world into thinking that they're now nice people. So they then sort of look back and say, well, that's what I used to be like, and I've changed because I'm now born again, and therefore the Lord has taken away the power of the demons. He probably hasn't. It's just that this particular person suddenly realized, oh shit, when I was younger I was a lunatic. And I can't live that down. What am I going to do? Okay, well, Christianity is the predominant religion, so I'm going to tell everyone I'm a Christian and I'm born again. That's what's happened, alright? Because even if you are a Christian occultist, and don't tell me that you Christians out there aren't occultists, alright? You pray. That is an occult act. Because you are trying to do something miraculous with the help of divine beings or divine energies or supernatural forces of some description. That is called occultism. That is called magic, when you are attempting to be miraculous. Attempting to do something supernatural. Okay, you are an occultist. So, and even within Christian occultism, there's different varieties of angels that you call upon. You may be an exorcist and call upon Archangel Michael. Well, he is a variety of angel of death. Alright, just as Cassiel is another variety of angel of death. These are all dark forces. They are all the dark side of the occult. So the greatest priests who do the exorcisms, they are, by your definition, following the dark side of the occult. The only reason why this umbrella term of the dark side of the occult has been put into place is because the term Satanism is used, or because the term devil worship is used. But that's just a twisted thing to do. In some cases, not in all cases, alright? But when we're talking about these young people who are slightly bonkers and then choose to develop their own theology based upon Satanism, then they are going crazy. That's what they're doing. They are mad people. It's not that the occult is bad, it's that they are mad. And that these TV shows have been created to encourage more people to have superstitious fear and dread of something which probably isn't true. To have more superstitious fear that could make them part of the evangelical Christianity, and therefore to be brainwashed, controlled, and placed under the thumb of another political group, which is essentially an evil act, because it takes away freedom and it replaces thoughts with superstitious fear and dread. So the real dark side of the occult is actually in the abuse on your mind of the television, which has told you that there is a dark side to the occult. Bear that in mind.